Greetings and good evening, DFW Mid-Cities RIA, Brittany, Sam, Mrs. Ashton. Hey, I wanted you guys to see something. Let me go to something called an incognito window just so you can see what I did there. And this is a Gmail account that I used when I tried back on April 4th. You can see right here, please confirm your subscription. And that's this email here. So I tried to join and it had a double opt-in which would require me to say yes to subscribe me, right? And that's your opt-in. There's a double and there's a single version of that. So this was the at the onset, but you can see I filled one out with an email that I have not used before on the 4th, and then on the 4th I had two thank yous that came out. And Brittany, this was your first rendition of that thank you template, right? There's three in there. And that third one was your revision of that one I just showed you. So here it is. It's a cool looking animated thank you. And I tried all this that day. I tested it all. Everything was working good. All the links, all the connection look great. I think it's even cleaner, better looking now. I think you've made some modifications on it. But you can see that it was working. I know you tried it, said you didn't get anything. Waited till the next day. Shouldn't have waited till the next day. Now that's MailChimp that's doing this subscription agreement, and MailChimp that's doing these thank yous after a registration's taken place. Well, what happens when a registration takes place? This is the back-end tool. Here is your Event Espresso as a plugin. It's a big plugin, right? And this is your Enviro gallery. They do great photo and video galleries. But you can see right here there's a MailChimp app, or a MailChimp plugin, excuse me, add-on in that plugin. So this is your API key over at MailChimp that I had created. It goes straight over there. Now I may have to change the folder that it's going to. We can do that since you decided to go from, I think, 2 or 3 to just the 1. That may be the issue there. But this was in the wrong spot. This was under registration is completed with an approved status. That's going to sit in a queue, and I don't even know where that's sitting at, to be honest with you. So I always select this. So when does it go to MailChimp? As soon as they submit their information. So it was changed for some reason. So I'm going to just save what I just played with there. So that was changed a little bit. And then if you go into Contact, you have something called Contact Form 7, which is the most common, and there's your 3. And what I've done here, if you were to look at DFW Mid-Cities RIA, well, if I can get it. If you go there and you go to Join, which is under Contacts, if I go to Join, you'll see that I have cleaned up that form for you. It's real easy for me to do that. Don't know why that other 2 lines got in there, because I agree. But I would get the phone number. If you guys absolutely don't want the phone number, then I'll just leave it to those 2 lines. Let me know, okay? But once you see, it's real easy to do that. And I think your request for, like, these 2 are together, these 2 are together. You want video on blogs under something called Follow Me. And I'll create content. I need to create that page called Follow Me, stick those 2 underneath it. And then that's what it'll say here with those 2 dropping down. But we'll do something like that screenshot you sent me of the video. But just so you know, this video player is Enviro. It's #1 rated, and what it did for us was gave us a gallery with title and caption. So it gave us a nice gallery to play off of. The arrow up, I put this and this on here a good while back after the request of it's just one single row of videos all the way down. It'd be nice if we could go back up. Well, it's going to do that in mobile anyway, but you have the arrow up, and these have been in place for a while to answer that. Can we make them sexier and prettier where there's the top 3 videos and maybe a list to click? Sure. And I was kind of waiting to do that with the update. The update will have the same theme as If Renovations. That was good to hear that, so we can make it feel and look like that style. Of course, but with all y'all's goodies, right? And that's coming soon, but that's why I made this platform like it was, so we could build everything out as we need to. So as you can see, if I'll go back to the back end, when I go to, let me go to the back end real quick. Thought I was still there. Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I was already in it. when I go to contact forms, that's these right here. So if I go into any of these contact forms, just mentoring, for instance, if I go there, that's a form created by this contact form 7, but you can see the MailChimp plugin is there. It has the ID number of the list or the audience that you create over there. This is required. That's an API key that I created. So inside of MailChimp, so it goes to that account and it goes to that same form. All of them have the same form. If you go here, so that means anybody registering in any of these 3 categories automatically go to MailChimp outside of Event Espresso, which it has its own plug-in to do that. You can see they've also got the MailChimp. Look at that, same code. So it's the name and email. Well, what we did was instead of the website sending an autoresponder, MailChimp is sending the responder, and it's coming in after that registration take place. So a few settings have gotten kind of discombobulated, but I'll have to go back and crawl through, and I may need to reissue a fresh API key only to the audience that you created over there and make sure all the IDs and everything match. Right now it is correct for what it used to be, but if there has been any modifications, you got to go and change every little thing, and that's probably why that happened. Anyway, we'll take care of it for you. Let me get it cleaned up to where it's running, and then we will roll out an update, and it'll be what is this, middle of the April already, so I could probably have that done by or before April, especially before the next event. We'll go in and make a modification. That'll be a tricky day because then we're going to want to propagate the new one into this one. Hopefully I can just kind of flip a switch and it'll happen. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate it. You're my favorite people, and always look forward to seeing you guys succeed at every turn. Thanks.